Hey guys, so because one of my goals for this next month and really the rest of the year is to read more, I thought it'd be fun to take you guys along on the journey. I'm so happy to say that I finished my first book over the weekend. And I say first book because I have the tendency to start a chapter, maybe read 3 to 4 chapters of a book, and then hop onto another one. So I won't fully finish one, which is not the best thing. I mean, I get to experience several books at a time, but it was such a good feeling to be able to read a book from start to finish over the weekend, really in the span of an hour and a half because it was so short and tiny. But I thought it'd be really fun to once in a while post some book reviews on here because I can't be the only one that, can't find time to read. And it's not that I consume my time watching TV. Rather, I don't really like watching. I know this is really weird, but I really don't like watching too much TV. I'll spend my time on social media, or but I want to also start reading because I do have a passion for reading. I've always loved it and enjoyed it, and there's just a sense of calm that you get after it. Not only the knowledge that it imparts, but there is a calming effect from reading. So, which I've always loved. But my first ever book review for you guys is going to be Deepak Chopra's The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. So a few reasons why I love this. It was such a quick read. I'm not like the fastest reader, but I was able to finish this in like an hour and a half, which was such a good feeling to finish a book start to finish. How often can we do that in like an afternoon? So that was really nice. The fact that it's so concise. It's written really well. It's written with clarity, it's concise, but it's also clear to understand. I think a lot of these spiritual books, they're some of them can be like this, like way over your head, or they're really deep and you have to be in the right frame of mind. You can't just like pick them up and start reading. So I really enjoyed that this one was something you could just breeze through. The concepts were clear, they were concise, they were objective, they made sense, they were black and white. So I really enjoyed that. And then at the end of each chapter, there were recaps. So as if the book wasn't short enough, there was recaps at the end of each chapter, which I loved. Um, so that was wonderful. And basically, it is all about the 7 laws of spiritual success, but really success at life. I mean, I took this book. You can take the teachings from here and apply them to your life. It's not just success. So I won't go through each one. I'll go through a few of my favorite, but the 7 laws are, and he has a chapter for each law. So I should say, do I recommend this book? Heck yeah. This is like a 15 out of 10. This is such a good book. Please order it on Amazon, or wherever. Go get your copy. It is something that I feel like I'm going to reread and reference, and just like I want to have, like I have a bookshelf right there behind me, but that's like books like fiction and this and that I've collected. I actually need to sort through them, but I actually want to have a new shelf for all these other books that I've been wanting to read or have discovered in this last year and a half during my yoga journey, because the shift in the topics, the type of books that I gravitate towards now is completely different. Like I would like, I don't know if some of you know, Confessions of a Shopaholic, or just really like rom-com, fun books like that were just quick reads, maybe some biographies, some self-help. But now I gravitate towards history, towards spirituality, towards cultural books. Still some self-help, like this. I would consider this self-help, right? Or professional self-development, right? But yeah, so I want to, it's kind of neat to see the transition, right? Like from those fun, female empowerment books to another kind of female empowerment book. So anyway, so each of the chapters is dedicated to a law, and I'll just run through the laws, but he goes over them really nicely. The first one is the law of pure potentiality. Second is the law of giving and receiving. I love that one. The law of karma is third, so the law of cause and effect. The fourth law is the law of least effort. The fifth law is the law of intention and desire. Sixth is the law of detachment. and 7 is the law of dharma, or purpose in life. So I would say the 3 that really resonated with me was the law of giving and receiving. Anything you put out into the universe, you get back. And that's sort of like the law of karma. But you put out good, you put out abundance, you're gonna get that in return too. So, and I've always kind of practiced that myself. I've always been like, I mean, I'm not trying to do my own or anything, but I have been a giver. I truly get joy out of that. Like, I just love putting things out in the universe. So, anyways, that resonated with me. So I was like, okay, good. I'm doing one thing right. The one that I could probably work on the most out of all of these, oh my goodness, and they saved like the best for last, is Law 6, the law of detachment. I'll come back to that one, but actually, I'll go into it now. So, detachment is basically like letting go, not to get too attached to things. And if you know me, you know that I tend to keep my guard up, but when I get attached like big time. So this law of detachment was definitely one that, if there's one of these, one of the 7 that I need to work on or need to focus on the most, and this probably is one of the most powerful ones anyway on here, it's the law of detachment. And really, this is for anyone. It's just not to be so happy within yourself. The universe resides within you. To be so happy and feel so content with yourself that you don't even need to get attached to anything else. And that's not to say that you don't love something else or have value or see the value in it, but you're just not attached to it. You're not consumed by it. You're not thinking about it all the time. It doesn't consume you. It doesn't take over your entire being. So anyway, I love that one. It's definitely one that, and it's with everything, right? Like detachment to, I don't know, career, detachment to a person, detachment to food. I don't know, whatever like people obsess over or they can't get enough of. It's all an illusion. So anyway, that's law 6, and then probably this one would say the most important one is the law of dharma, or the purpose in life. And I guess for the reason why that chapter resonated with me, thank God, I feel like I finally found my purpose, with yoga and doing what I love and finding my passion in that, and also knowing that I have, and doing stuff like this, like connecting with others and hopefully inspiring others, like this is my way of giving back. So your dharma is like, or your purpose in life. My purpose would be yoga, or teaching yoga, or doing yoga and empowering others with yoga. But then to take it a step further, you want to also um, so this law, let me step back. This law says that everybody has a unique talent that is different from everyone else. Every single person in the universe. So how powerful is that? Like, no one person is the same, obviously, but no one person's talent is the same either. So even a yoga instructor, I mean, not to downplay, but I will bring something different to the table than somebody else, right? So to find my passion, but then to use your passion as a way to serve others, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So that's that is like your purpose in life, to discover what you love and then find a way to give what you love back to humanity. It's just so beautiful. So that was the law of those were the 7 laws. I highly recommend this book. It's so short. It's like what? Oh my gosh, it's not even 100 pages. It's 96 pages, and there are pictures in here. So definitely recommend. I'll be doing more of these book reviews. My next book is The Power of Now, which there's a crazy story behind that. There were 2 instances where the universe presented that book in front of me. So I was like, okay, I have to order this on Amazon like that same day, because like two different people, like there were 2 instances where I had that book like in the same day, within hours, kind of like a sign from the universe that I should read it. So that's the next book. It's called The Power of Now. And I have a few others in my queue, which is so fun. Like, I'm back into reading. I'm trying to do either 30 minutes a day or 50 pages, whatever makes more sense. But it's one of those things, it's like a muscle, So I'll read for 5 minutes, and because before I would read before bed and it would just put me to sleep. Like I couldn't do it for long. But now I read for 5 minutes. If I have to stop, maybe the kids are interrupting me or something, I'll stop. But then I actually have the desire to pick it up again, and finish the chapter. So that's a really good feeling because there had been a long gap. I think my last book that I completed was in 2021. So I'm not too proud about that. But at the same time, looking at the glass half full, I'm so excited to be back into reading. If you guys have any book recommendations, send them my way, and I'll be sure to. I think we'll try to do this. I mean, depending on how fast I can get through stuff, I think we'll try to do this like once every other week. If I can get through them faster, who knows? Maybe I will. Then I'll try to do this weekly. But let's read together. Reading is fundamental. It's fun. It teaches us a lot. It's calming. It brings us one with ourselves. It's something we can do with ourselves. I think me personally, I love being around people, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be by myself. But reading is something you have to do by yourself, right? So it's really making me exercise my muscle of spending time with myself, which is hard for me because I want to be around people. I get, so I really enjoyed that. And I read the hardcore way. Like I don't read it on a tablet or on like the audio version. I actually like to go through the pages and feel the pages and all of that. So I'm like old school like that. But yeah, really good book. Highly recommend. It'll probably be one of those like fundamental ones that I'll kind of pick up and reference every so often just because it's so good and a great reference. So check it out. Deepak Chopra's The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, but I would call it The Seven Spiritual Laws of Life. And let me know what you think. All right, bye guys.